Hey guys, so this was posted a couple minutes ago, I think. This is Garrosh Hellscream cutscene, Chains of Domination. So for the longest time, people have been saying Garrosh did nothing wrong, although he kinda did. But when you look at it from his point of view, you're like, oh well, he was just being Warchief and he was looking out for his people. But there were things he did that weren't necessarily necessary. Um, so sure, he may have been innocent at some point, but he did let power get to him, and he was killing his own people and this and that. So, yes, he did. He was wrong, but we saw him kind of tease in one of the Shadowlands, kind of like trailer type things, where we saw him all chained up for his anima. So, looks like we're gonna see him, which is really cool because we haven't seen him since uh Warlords of Draenor, since Thrall killed him. So yeah, here's Garrosh.
They said I must answer for my crimes, repent for my sins. But every choice I made, I would proudly make again. You will submit. I submit to no one. Not you. Not the jailer. And not that coward Thrall. For the Horde!
Okay, so I like how he brings up the Thrall thing, because Thrall. Okay, so Thrall did kind of cheat in a way that, so they squared off in Mak'gora, which is a battle of honor. Um, it's usually hand to hand or weapon based. You can choose to have your weapon blessed by a shaman if you choose if you choose to do so. But normally, magic tends to be frowned upon. For all being able to control the elements, I Thrall kind of more walked into the Mak'gora just wanting to end Garrosh, so he kind of force the elements in that instance. Normally, whenever you see Thrall, whenever you see him use the elements, he always says, um, about the earth, lend me your strength, or, spirits of water, lend me your aid. But this time he didn't ask. He just outright did it. And then afterwards, he says, "Oh, not in that cinematic, but in like Legion, he's like, oh, I feel like I've been cut off from the elements, and I feel distant." Yeah, because the elements, despite them being beings of raw power, are really fragile, and they don't like having someone harness their powers without asking for permission first. That's why you see shaman, in cinematics saying, lend me your aid, give me your strength, because you have to ask for permission to use their powers. When you just call upon, or don't even call upon, you force them, you're no better than Dark Shaman, who just bends them to their will and makes them do what they want. Um, so Thrall did kind of cheat. He had the Earth come up and grab Garrosh, and then he pretty much electrocuted Garrosh to death, and that was the end of Garrosh. But I mean, everything kind of was Thrall's problem at first. You know, Thrall was like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna go to um Nagrand and learn more about my shamanistic ways and this and that. Hey, Garrosh, I'm leaving you in charge." And Garrosh is like, no, I can't do this. I'm not ready to be war chief." And Thrall's like, "You'll be fine. Bye." So at first you can kind of sympathize with Garrosh. He is fresh uh, to the Horde, kind of for the most part. When we first found him, he was just like this lonely orc in Outland who didn't know anything about his father, who didn't know about the Horde. We bring him into the Horde. Suddenly, he's winning battles in Northrend and stuff like that. And then, yeah, and then Cataclysm happens, and Thrall runs off and leaves Garrosh in charge. And he outright says, "It's like I can't do the job. I'm not experienced enough to do this job." But then he kind of does it in the way that he thinks it should be done, what's right for him. And at first, it's fine. You see his character at first, and he's talking to Sylvanas after being shown her and her Valkyr bringing back the dead, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this is goes against the laws of nature. What's the difference between you and the Lich King now?" There's a really cool one uh, in it's not is it I forget where it takes place, but uh he talks about honor, and he recalls Sourfang's words, or not Sourfang's. Oh my god, yeah, no, it is. I think Sourfang's. Um, the honor, no matter how dire the battle, never forsake it. And he seems like he's a pretty cool war chief. He was pretty down to, pretty down to Azeroth, instead of down to earth, down to Azeroth. And then he just kind of started going crazy. He was bombing Theramore. Um, he went to Pandaria, is trying to steal the Divine Bell. He's finding the heart of Yasharaj, using that as a weapon. And then just when we're fighting him, he just like almost gives up and just takes in the power of an old god just to defeat us. So he eventually does kind of lose his mind. Um, so and then he goes to Draenor, alternate Draenor, and we're told that the Burning Legion's coming, and what better way to gather these badasses from Draenor to assist us, or fight back against it. But that's not why he went there. He went to form a new horde, the Iron Horde, comprised of these badasses of Draenor. And same thing, he was fucking crazy. And Thrall was like, "Well, sorry, Garrosh. I know I kind of set you on this path, and I could kind of help you, I think, but I think I'm just gonna kill you. I'm just gonna kill you right now." So that's what happened. But he goes out the way he lived, not bound to anyone, living the way or going out the way he thought was right, and forever remaining loyal to the Horde. Because despite all his crap, all his craziness, he was loyal to the Horde. He wanted the Horde to be strong. He wanted the Horde to be this like unstoppable force, which is why he didn't like Blood Elves in the Horde, because he saw them as pansies. He didn't see that as the true Horde. He wanted orcs and people who can benefit him, strength. Um, which is why you really didn't see him have a problem with Tauren, because Tauren are just like raw power. They're huge. He sent the goblins to their own little part of the slums, and I guess he tolerates trolls. But he wanted to build this horde the way he was raised, and uh, what he saw as a definition of strength. So, I mean, even to the end, even here, he's still loyal to the horde. I mean, this is not the kind of guy you worry about switching sides. No, he is for the horde. It's just, he suffered from that whole thing where you see a lot of times with villains where they do terrible things for what they think is right. And I think at the terrible writing for him, how he was just made into a villain for no freaking reason. Um, that's kind of what he suffers from. He suffers from the, I had a plan in mind and I wanted what was best for my people, but I did terrible things to achieve said plan. And, I disregard some people because I wanted a stronger horde. They're doing the exact same thing with Sylvanas right now. They're doing terrible things, and it's going to be revealed, "Oh yeah, she was just playing both sides. She's really good, guys. See, she did this. She sacrificed herself. See, she's really good." It's like, yes, but look at how many people she's killed. Look at all the things she set into motion just for it to redeem her. I mean, come on. So Blizzard has a habit of doing that. You know, they did that with Illidan. He's doing terrible things in Outland, and then all of a sudden he's like a good guy. He's like, you know, I'm gonna seal myself on the seat of the Pantheon and keep Assault Garrus in check. It's not, he didn't actually say that, but that's what they did. Uh, so they like to take their characters and redeem them, but some of them don't need redeeming. You know, we hadn't seen Garrosh since Cataclysm. He didn't need redeeming. Or not Cataclysm, Miss Pandaria. No, no, it was uh God, Warlords of Draenor. Yeah, that was the last time we saw him. That was when he died. So he doesn't need redeeming. His story was done. But I guess they felt like they could have done more or something. But also, I mean, in context of Shadowlands, they take spirits like him, souls like him, and drain the anima from them. And the more powerful spirits you were in life, the more anima they can take from you. So he was a huge source of anima. He was a huge source of energy for them. Um, but yeah, he died again for good. The way he lived, proud, in charge, not willing to bow down to anyone, never giving up his way of thinking, and staying true to what he believed. And in the end, I guess you can say he wasn't wrong because he just stuck to what he believed. So he was wrong because of things he did, but he did it for somewhat good reasons. And, you know, he's more of a sympathetic character. It's like, well, he did terrible things, but we know why he did them. You know, this all started when Thrall was like, hey, I'm going to Outlands. And Garrosh is like, but we need a Warchief here. And Thrall's like, well, you can be Warchief. And Garrosh is like, no, no, I'm not ready for this. And even Karen was like, Thrall, I don't think he's ready to be Warchief. And Thrall's like, no, he'll be fine. Later. So even Karen was like, Thrall, as your best friend and brother, you know, brother from another mother, I strongly advise you to reconsider your decision to make him the war chief. Thrall's like, no, I'm the war chief. I know what I'm doing. Peace out. so, so Garrosh is kind of an interesting character. But anyways, this was really cool. It's cool to see him. It's cool to see him be badass by beating this dude. I'm guessing this is in the raid. Um, and yeah, just Garrosh going out permanently in the way he lived, just proud and for the Horde. Like no matter what the jailer's done to him, he still wasn't submitting to the jailer. That's dedication. That's dedication. But anyways, did you like did you like Garrosh as a character? Do you think he did nothing wrong? Do you think it's all pretty much Thrall's fault? Let me know below. Thumbs up, thumbs down, come subscribe, all that great stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.